I still remember the first time I saw him in that blue Orlando Magic jersey. The baggy shorts, the smooth handle, and that lazy confidence that made defenders nervous before he even dribbled. He wasn't just playing basketball, he was gliding through it. And that's when the world finally caught up to what I already knew. Tracy McGrady wasn't just good, he was different. When we talk about the rise of Tracy McGrady, there's one season that stamped his arrival as a true NBA superstar. The 2000-2001 season with the Orlando Magic. This wasn't just a breakout year, this was the season Tmac transformed from Vince's cousin into an unstoppable scoring force of his own. At just 21 years old, McGrady arrived in Orlando ready to prove he could carry a franchise. And from opening night, it was obvious. This was his team now. Here are Tracy McGrady's 2000-2001 season stats. 26.8 points per game, 6th in the NBA. 7.5 rebounds per game. 4.6 assists per game. 1.5 steals per game. 1.5 blocks per game. 45.7% shooting. 35% from 3. NBA Most Improved Player. NBA All-Star, first selection of his career. All-NBA second team. Led Orlando to a 43-39 record and the playoffs. Finished 6th in league scoring. This season didn't just make Tracy McGrady a star. It made him a franchise cornerstone and one of the most gifted scorers of his generation. From the smooth jumper, to the effortless hang time, to the swagger that became his trademark. 2000-2001 was the season Tmac became Tmac, and it was only the beginning of a legendary run. The pure scoring dominance that made the league gasp. In the 2002-2003 season, Tracy McGrady became the NBA scoring champion, averaging 32.1 points per game, the highest scoring season by anyone not named Kobe or Jordan since the 80s. He didn't just score, he destroyed schemes, double teams, he'd rise over them, traps, he'd split them. A hand in his face? Meaningless. With a crossover smoother than butter and a jumper as effortless as breathing. Tmac made the game look unfair. The next season, he did it again. 28 points per game. Another scoring title. Another year where every franchise in the league held its breath when he had the ball. And who could forget the moment he threw it off the glass to himself in the middle of an actual NBA game?
Boston here really. Down to 5, McGrady. See, McGrady takes it back in the lane, serves it off. Off the glass high and followed it in, got it with 2.
That wasn't showmanship. That was dominance. That was confidence. That was Tmac. Orlando didn't have a super team. Some years, they barely had a healthy roster. But year after year, Tracy McGrady carried them.
That's why I got the shirt on. Tmac. I'm playing like Tmac, man. like Mac shot the ball very. So Mac was an excellent shooter, and he was very athletic. So Mac was great at creating his shot and elevating. So he got to his point and just rose and shot. Like it was. I remember when we were the day he had 62. See, he had 62. I think he missed 10 or 12 free throws that game.
That's crazy. Those ones hurt.
He was hitting us with the same bop. We put our 4-man on him. We put our 5-man on him. We doubled him with our 4 and our 5. He was shooting over all of it. Like it was unbelievable. Like, yo, this dude is crazy. Like we got, Brendan Haywood, 7 foot,
Shooting
arm and cap. Jared Jeffrey, 6'11", long arm. Yeah, like they were too small. Athleticism of, Tmac was secondary to his shooting ability. So when this guy decided he wanted to raise up and shoot, it was butter.
There are clutch moments. There are miracle moments. And then there's the night Tracy McGrady did something that should have been scientifically impossible. 13 points. 33 seconds. One legendary superstar. What Tracy McGrady did in those 33 seconds wasn't normal. It wasn't lucky. It was legendary. 13 points, 33 seconds. A comeback that defied logic, time, and every defensive scheme San Antonio threw at him. Most players dream of moments like this. Tmac created one, live, on one of the most impossible stages imaginable. Because that's who Tracy McGrady was, a scorer with the soul of an artist, a superstar who could bend reality when the lights were bright, a talent so rare the game of basketball had to pause and respect it. Even today, years later, we still talk about that night, that explosion. Because greatness like that doesn't fade. It becomes a reference point, a measuring stick, a reminder that on December 9th, 2004, Tracy McGrady didn't just beat the Spurs, he beat the clock, he beat the odds, and he cemented himself as one of the coldest closers the NBA has ever seen. At the end of the day, Tracy McGrady wasn't just a scorer. He was an era, an energy, a reminder of what basketball looks like when God-given talent meets pure, unfiltered confidence. From Orlando to Houston, Tmac gave us moments that didn't just make the highlight reels. They became memories. The 62-point takeover, the gravity-defying dunks, the smooth pull-ups that defenders still have nightmares about. And of course, those unbelievable 13 points in 33 seconds that made every fan watching stop, stare, and whisper, "Did that really just happen?" So as we look back on Tmac's magic brilliance and Rockets' heroics, we're really remembering a legend who gave us some of the greatest basketball memories of the 2000s. A superstar who changed the game with style, grace, and a smoothness only he possessed.